Hi, today I'm going to show you how Cognos supports multilingual data. Different approaches can be followed to store multilingual data. The data could be stored across different tables, different columns, or different rows. For this demo, I have considered the data stored across different columns. I have taken the table product brand, which is a part of the Go Sales database, and as you can see that each column stores the product brand name across different languages. So this is the table we're going to import into Framework Manager. So for this, we'll go ahead and create a new project. And we will select the design language of the project as English. We will select the same Go Sales table which we just identified, which is the product brand. We will now specify the project languages, and we will select along with English, French. So we see that the table has got imported. We are going to create some namespaces. And we will move the product brand table into the import view. We will now create the parameter map, which will be a language lookup, and we're going to import it from a file which I have saved it as a CSV format. And what this maps is, it maps the locales, the different locales with which users can log in, and it maps to a value, and this value is the language code which we are going to be using. I will specify a default value for EN, which is English, and we click on finish. We will now create a model query subject based on the product brand table. And we will add, we label it as product brand code. And we will add a product brand name. And I've already typed out an expression. We will use this expression, which is a macro. So let's look at this expression a little more in detail. So what this expression is, that it is a macro and it concatenates a couple of strings. The first string is the product brand, till the hyphen. This is what is the column name. And as you had seen, the column names are suffixed with the different language codes. So that's what we're going to do. So our parameter map, which is the language lookup, will retrieve the language code based on the logged in users locale, which is retrieved by this session parameter. So the result for this is going to be product brand, in this case product brand underscore en, which is the logged in users locale. We say OK. So the next step for this is we're going to import a translation file. What a translation file does is, it's got translations for all the metadata names that we have. So in this case, we have two column names, which is product brand code and product brand name. So we're going to import the metadata names for this. Right. So let's look at what the contents of this file are. All it has is product brand name and product brand in French. which is in English and French. We can also create our own translation file. So let me put the name product brand code and product brand code in French, right? So this is our translation file. So I'm going to be importing this file now, right? So what it does is it updates the properties of for the French language. It updates the properties for both of these columns. So now we'll go ahead and create a shortcut, which we will move to the presentation layer. And we will publish a package. I'll just publish it as ML multilingual package. And we are going to knock off the import view and the business view, keep only the presentation view. As we can see, both the languages are selected, English and French. We say next and say finish, and we will then go ahead and publish our package. Right. So the package has got published. So we'll go to a Report Studio. And what we're going to do in Report Studio is we're going to select this particular package. Right, and we're just going to drag these two into a list object. Let's put it in a table. I'll drag it into the table and we'll just center align it. This is the text that we're going to see, so which I'm going to make it as a conditional variable. So this variable we're going to make it on the basis of new language variable, which will be the report language. So let's select French and say OK. So when this is in French, I'm going to edit the text here and say report title in French, and when it is in any other language, I'm going to say report title in English. Right, so we will save this report. Under the ML package, call it the ML report. We will save it. We will now go back to Cognos connection. And we'll view this report. Right now my language is set to English, so I'm going to view this report and it should appear in English. Right, so you have the report title, which is something that we edited in Report Studio. This is coming in English. You have the product brand code and product brand name, which is in English. Again, something. Now we've edited that in Framework Manager by importing the translation file. and finally you have the data itself, which is appearing in English, which is coming from the column that we have specified by using the user's run locale. We will now go and change our language to French. And for this I'm going to change my content language to French and say OK. So I'm going to run the same package, the same report that I ran earlier, and this should now appear in French, which is what is happening. As you can see, the report title is now in French, which is what I typed. And then the product brand code and product brand name again is coming from the translation file that we imported, which was the name we gave in French. And these are the data elements that's again coming in French. So this is how we make a report multilingual in Cognos. Thank you.